Boom! This is Don't Kill Me. Walter Phil, you know the deal. This is our inaugural interview, man. Who we have in the building?
Jvyydoc.
Jvyydoc. How have you been, man?
Good, and yourself?
You know, just trying to fucking live my dream out here, bro.
Doing the thing? No,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the way to go. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of life if you're not trying to live what you want? You know what I mean?
And then if you're miserable in a job you don't like too, it's just not worth it.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of the basic jobs and like even some desk jobs are going to become obsolete like in the next 10 years.
No,
5 to 10
definitely.
years.
Just because of like technological advances, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is gonna be like honestly anything that's not entertainment, I feel is just gonna like die out because it's like
Or it's like not just like uniquely human.
yeah, exactly. Because like robots or whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it, they can do patterns. You know what I mean? Like they can just program them to do certain things, and they'll be able to do those certain things. But it's like to create something. I don't know.
It's
I don't
different.
see
There's
that.
no
Yeah.
pattern to it.
Yeah.
There's really no pattern to it.
Exactly,
Like some
so-
stuff that us humans can do, like art and like paintings. Like maybe like a computer could paint like a really beautiful landscape, but like something abstract
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah. No, definitely. I 100% agree.
Damn. But yeah, that's cool, bro. It's been a while
Yeah.
since I
No,
seen
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, man. I don't even remember the last time I saw you. I know, bro. Probably been over a year now.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
this point, yeah.
We could talk about our falling out. Yeah, I want to save it for the end.
You guys used to like party together? Or
Well,
were you
like,
just homies
we
from
used
back
to
the
run
day?
in like the same circle.
Vicinity, yeah.
Okay.
Same circle. And like, yeah, I was trying to manage artists for a while there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Thought
I
that
remember
was
you
gonna be
telling
my
me that.
path. But
Things
turned out not
change.
to be.
Yeah, things change. Everything
Yeah.
has, its specific reason, and everything happens for a reason.
Definitely.
You have your paper?
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna ask. If you guys used to party together, he was telling me you don't drink anymore. Or?
No, I never did.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
No,
never
sober.
did. Never smoked. I mean, I've tried, try to drink, just not me. I don't know, I just feel like I've always been kind of lit without it. So I feel like I just don't really need
Like
it.
you
You know
have
what I mean?
that natural high.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and then the one time I did, like, try to smoke weed, I
Uh-huh.
got super paranoid.
Oh,
I just,
yeah.
like, started freaking out, and just ever since then, I was just like, nah.
Damn.
Not
Like it
for
was
me.
kind of unhealthy. Like you were
Yeah.
like, I can't just be cool like this. I can't just chill.
Yeah, so, nah, it was just, never been for me. No, never parties. I mean, me and Phil kind of just know each other started off from school.
Okay.
From school, and then hip hop, bro. Hip hop
Yeah,
is the
it's
great.
music.
It's the great.
That's awesome.
It's the great glue,
Yeah.
to like a lot of friendships
Definitely.
and a lot of relationships in general.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes people
Yeah.
you don't even think you'd be friends with. You know what I
That
mean?
yeah, or that
Or
you
like-
never interact with otherwise.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
bro, okay, so I was listening to your songs today.
Okay.
My favorite song is Skyfall, bro.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that one.
That song's dope.
A lot of people
Creative
actually.
mode, right? It's
Yeah.
like a 3-song EP.
Yeah, a little 3-song EP. That song actually was the first song I ever made with Anthony, which is the guy on the song.
Right. Anthony.
That was our first song ever. It's actually pretty dope the way it came together. I had started writing that song, and like maybe 3 days prior, and then I saw a video of Anthony. It was probably like a Monday. Let's say it's a Monday.
Okay.
I saw Anthony post a snippet of him singing on IG because we always follow each other.
Okay. Were you friends from like school?
I knew him from high school, but I don't remember seeing him. I just knew that he
That he
went
went
to
there.
Santa
Yeah,
Fe.
you
My
knew of
my
him.
first high school
Mhm.
before I went to Camel. So I knew he went there. He was a senior when I was a freshman, so that's why I kind of don't really remember.
Makes sense.
But he always did snippets of him singing and stuff
Right,
like
right.
that. So on let's say a Wednesday, I saw him post the snippet of him singing. I told my girlfriend, I was like, yo, like I need this guy on this song. Like I
Nice.
want a singing aspect to this
Right.
song. And so I was like, but I don't want to just hit him on some IG shit like, yo, let's work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I hate
That's
doing that.
always like a little like it's not too personal.
Yeah,
completely impersonal.
I
Yeah.
just don't like
Super
doing that.
impersonal.
Yeah.
So I was at work at the job of my time at a Pep Boys.
Okay.
Randomly, like some guy passes by and he like waves at me. He's like, "What's up?" I was on my computer and I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" I was like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
It was
Anthony,
him.
dog.
Oh,
It was
wow.
Anthony.
What a weird
Like literally
thing.
the day after, 2 days after for me watching that video.
That's
It's
crazy.
the universe, bro.
And I was like,
definitely
bro,
fake.
like I don't know what, whatever you guys call it. I
Gotta
believe
be,
in God
right?
and stuff, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, this is a sign right here. You know what I mean? So he comes back from the restroom, and I was like, yo, bro, like what's good? How you been? Blah blah blah. Chopped it up. And I told him, I was like, bro, like it's so crazy because I literally wanted to tell you something in person. Like I didn't want to do it
Yeah.
over IG or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, like let's work. I have an idea. Like I don't know what you have. He's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I have a little studio set up like in the back of my house. Like let's do that. Blah blah blah. I was like, all right. So I was like on a Thursday, Friday. We meet up on a Monday. Bro, we made that first song, and then we ended up making 3 more songs that
Wow.
night. Like
Okay,
it was
awesome.
just the energy was just instant. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the
You
vibe. It
guys
was
just meshed.
super super dope. And so yeah, but that was the first song. But I really like that song too. A lot of people gravitated to that song.
That's pretty
but yeah,
sick,
it's
bro.
dope.
No, it's really cool. Like, I thought just like the first flow that you use is a kind of like J. Cole in ATM.
Bro,
just
that's
a little
so
bit.
Bro, honestly, it's so crazy. That's where I got it from.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
that was the influence.
That's the influence.
Yeah,
You're
that
like
was the
this thing, you're like,
influence.
I gotta
Yeah.
fucking kill this
Yeah,
shit.
that's why
real
I
quick.
heard that flow. I was like, that's dope.
Mhm.
Like I fuck with that. And so I kind of started making the lyrics, but subliminally, like I didn't even mean to do it like that.
Uh-huh.
But and then I realized like, oh shit,
In
this
your
sounds a
mind,
lot
like the
that.
mind attaches itself to patterns.
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
Of.
Yeah.
And like I always used to do like I thought I was doing like little drum patterns in my head when I was a kid. And then I was like, oh, this might be like flows, bro. Oh
It
God.
might be. It might, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's literally from it. Like I forget how his goes, but like a kind of individual
Mhm.
looking at a stack of residuals. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's that old sound that I don't know the ending of it, but no,
Yeah, the
that's where I got
UAL.
it. Yeah. That's where I got it from.
Oh.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
glad
pretty
you knew
dope.
that though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I know.
glad.
You know,
Yeah, you
I'm
called
just
that.
like yeah. We were sitting in the car. I was like, I hear the influence here, and
Yeah.
it was still dope.
Yeah, it sounds unique too because your voice is different. So
Yeah,
it's like
and-
almost unique to its own like style, but has the same flow.
Yeah.
So it's like it stands out for sure.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you saying that because Anthony kind of told me that too. He's like, when we've been working, like later on, we were working, and I was like, bro, like sometimes I get stuck on flows, shit like that. And he was like, honestly, like, you can get kind of similar flows from other people, cause like not really jockeying, but influenced by them because at the same time, like you have your own voice, it's gonna sound different. You know what I mean?
Always.
So you can kind of like pick parts from different flows and be like, yo, this is like the kind of flow you want to get to. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna sound different regardless. Because it's like you're not gonna sound like Big Sean.
Oh,
or, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
Oh,
you don't
okay.
have their voice. So it's
Right.
like, bro, that's smart. Like you know what I mean? So, yeah, I like that you said that though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is unique. Everybody's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because even with comedy, like sometimes like you'll even hear someone speaking, like doing stand up or whatever, and you're like, that's so and so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just have that like, that tone, like you said, kind of like you
There's
like
like
yourself.
a
You're unique to
delivery.
your own voice.
It's the delivery.
Exactly, then delivery also, but like just even the voice sometimes, like the dude Ron White, dude, he has that very raspy, like and he just sounds some type of way, and you're like, dude, that guy, I could just see him smoking a cigar and a drink, and he always has that in his hand.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like it's almost a persona too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get exactly what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
That's why when I heard you, I'm like, yes, but also it sounds so different because of his voice. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tricky.
yeah,
Like you have that voice already. Do you have something like I don't know? Maybe you want to like sprinkle something else with it, or like
a little-
even
a little
like
jig.
how you have like you were talking about your fit earlier,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe something like that with some art or something. Like
I mean, I do want to branch out. Like, I love music, and
Mhm.
if I could make music, make a good living off of making music,
Mhm.
that's the goal.
hell yeah.
But I want music to be my gateway to do so much other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have
Exactly.
so... But, like, as a branding, like a dance or something like that, no. But I do feel like I might not end up rapping later on in my life. Like, I feel
Makes
like
sense.
it's going to be different type of music.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like creatively inside of me, there's another like entity that wants to
Something
come
else.
out,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's not gonna be like rapping. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like some different shit, and I don't know. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I love rapping and I love the aspect, but yeah, like I said, like I do eventually want to do like art shit, like
You're
like
a
awesome.
musician.
fashion. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I
Mhm.
want to be able to adapt to
Mhm.
different things.
And when you're creative, it comes out through different mediums too. That's kind of why I asked, because I saw like your fit. I kind of like you have like don't know, you have like...
And this is the first time Walter's ever seen this dude ever.
Yeah, so you just have like something about you, dude, where I could see like you have your own shit, so it's like you stand out within like having your own, like me and Phil were talking about like how we don't kind of like conform to things. Like he likes certain things on YouTube, I do too, but like with that in itself, we like things like regardless whether or not they're cool. That's kind of what I see. You like a specific like expression of something. That's like how I used to be, dude. Like I'm kind of just basic now, but like I kind of like, I don't know, I saw a little bit of myself. That's all I was like, I like that. I like you like just doing what the fuck you like to do. No. And the fact that you said like that there's other things like within music you want to do, that shows me that you actually are creative within the scope and the realm of being an artist.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. And I take real like big pride in that.
You should,
of like being different. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to just be like not really like do what everybody else was doing. Like I liked whatever I liked, and I was never afraid to kind of show that. Even growing up, like you know how it is in like middle school and elementary, like kids are mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never let that.
They don't understand how their words can affect somebody. Like they just want to be funny in their little group of friends.
Exactly. And like in middle school, I used to wear fucking Justin Bieber shirts to school because I thought they were dope as fuck. Like I fucked with Justin
I low-key
Bieber.
thought like One Less Lonely Girl's a banger, bro.
JV's a fucking go. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like he's so good, but regardless from that,
the era, like right?
Yeah,
Baby.
Yeah, it was Baby.
Yeah,
Baby. But I mean, eventually they grew off from that. But yeah, like I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
like I just didn't care. And
you just did you.
Yeah, and now it's like
I'm gonna support this, or I'm gonna wear this because I think it's dope.
Exactly.
And not because
because
everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's easy to fall into that though, and I get why people do. You know what I mean?
Especially with Instagram now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I have too. Like I see all this hype shit. I'm like, yo, like it's dope. It just happens to be hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
completely.
not like I don't know.
It's beautiful clothing. You know, like a lot of people get lost in like, oh, I only have to wear designer? But like you could like mix in designer with like custom pieces and like just like things that you like from different artists, maybe locally.
Definitely. No, like, I think fashion isn't defined by the brand. I think it's just defined within you. Like, I don't think drip is something to be bought. Like, I feel like it's just something you own within you. Like, you just, like, everybody has their own drip. You know what I mean? Like, it's
some
just,
people,
it's an expression almost, too, you know?
Yeah. Literally.
You don't put on drip. You exude drip.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, the gateway, like I said, I want to do fashion. I want to do other music. I want to work with different artists. I want to open up restaurants eventually.
Yeah, that's awesome,
like just do different stuff.
Yeah, you're talking about like so much like entrepreneurial stuff. I know like Gary Vee's like a big inspiration to you.
Yes, definitely. I mean, he's one of the main reasons why I dropped out of college, honestly.
Nice.
Like if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have pushed like being able to go do music. You know what I mean?
That's
like
crazy.
It's insane, and like I don't want to give all the credit to him, but it's like that was a core point in my life. Like
everyone has their turning point where you just got to be like, fuck it, like I got to do this for me because I'm going to regret it if I don't.
Exactly, and he was the one to kind of push me because I was always like comfortable. Like I was okay with being uncomfortable within myself, like, you know, like I said, expressing myself and stuff like that, but I was always like, you got to go to school, like guy was always, you know, A student, blah, 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 you know what I mean, all that shit. And it's just like, at the point in time, like in college, I just started getting tired of it. Like, I loved learning. I love learning.
Yeah.
But in the environment of the way the school structure was set up, it just wasn't me no more. I was tired. Like, I had AP classes in high school, like honors classes, doing homework all the fucking time, doing homework late. I was in sports. It was just this cycle, and I was okay with it. And then it just came to the point where it was like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I
get in like a rut.
Yeah,
I feel like personally, like the school system failed me, man.
Yeah,
like everybody learns differently.
They do, definitely, and like I don't think like you said, everybody learns differently. I don't think it's meant for everybody. Like, don't get me wrong, college is great. Like Gary says, if you're gonna want
like
a job,
doctor,
you know what I mean,
like
architect,
you gotta go
to
school to learn.
But teaching like entrepreneurship or creativity, like I just don't think you can teach that.
Yeah, you can't be your own boss going into something that's gonna pretty much make you a consumer, or not even a consumer, but you're pretty much in the system already with a boss, which is your kind of teacher. You know what I mean? It's already programming
It's
you
like,
to be some
yeah.
type of way.
To be like a follower.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Instead of like trying to be a free
or like a
thinker.
drone, pretty much. Just like, okay, go out and do this, and then come back to me and I'll tell you what to do later.
Oh yeah, like homework.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Dude,
Bro,
I
and-
never thought about it like that.
And the
fucked
thing
up.
is, like, too, like, I know dropping out of college was kind of like a drastic thing,
Mm-hmm.
but, and like, I know people have graduated college and are rappers now,
Right.
but it's just for me, I can't do something 100% if there's something else. Like, with school,
Mm-hmm.
as much as, like, people would tell me, like, you know, you could just bypass, like, people would say, like, C's get degrees, like, just, you know, chill, like, be in
Yeah.
college, like, you know.
When you do something, you
it's-
gotta give it your all.
And that's how it's always been. Like, I promise you, like, I probably, like, less than the fingers on my hand, I've done almost all my homework assignments. Like, I'm less than 5, I've probably never done in my
Yeah.
life. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
I just always had to, it would bug me. It would bug me if I
Yeah.
didn't do it. I always had to do my homework. So it was like, if I stayed in college, I would have to do my shit. And it's just like, it's too much to be
Yeah.
able to do that and then want to do something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for me, that wasn't my grind. Like, some people can do it. Some people can fucking do it, stay up late, and it's just not me. I work differently, and like, I couldn't. I had to call it quits. You know what I mean?
You'd rather put that effort towards your music and your like art and your creativity to where you're actually expressing yourself instead of being forced to do something that's not really an expression of yourself. It's more of you being, the drone doing ABC, and then at the end of the day, you're like you said, you're miserable because you're not doing like what you want.
Exactly.
And you know you're not, and you're trying to put your full effort into something that's not even like within the realm of your influence of art, or like, like just stuff that's just to get to the job, like we were saying. Yeah, like if I'm gonna put my like late nights into something, I want it to be this.
Yeah.
And he's seen that I've been up like doing like trying to get shit on YouTube, and like, so now it's like, I kind of like, I'm at that point too, I think, with like the college thing where dude, I'm old. I was in and out of college for so long. I'm still back in college. And now I think you saying that kind of put in perspective in my own mind, like, it's true. If you're going to put your all into something, might as well be something that you're, like, in love with, and that you can wake up, eat, sleep, and breathe it, and go to sleep not even worrying about it, knowing I'm going to wake up and just do that the next day and get paid for it.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope. I'm excited for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I was telling Phil, like, I think this is super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I see it being something, because I see what the direction you guys are going in, and like, I know Phil's always been very like, when he starts something, he wants to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's always gonna do it. So it's
Definitely.
like, I don't know. I think you guys have something good on your hands.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I mean?
definitely
Appreciate
the driving force always. So I do
It's just his
appreciate it.
energy.
Yeah,
He's
I do
super
appreciate his
high.
energy.
Wake up on
1000.
10, like fuck, like Walter starts skating on top of it, like, no, Walter, look, like, I'm gonna keep editing this, so we
Yeah.
can put this shit out on IG, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, I want to make it good. Like, you probably feel the same way. Like, it's not about like the followers or the money, but like you want to be respected by people who love the shit that you love
Yeah, no, definitely.
and that are good at it.
Yeah, exactly. I do. And like at the end of the day, like you said, it's not about the money or the followers. And like to some point, yes, it is. Because I mean, obviously, I want to be able to live well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I do. But do I care that I'm like famous or anything? I used to.
Mhm.
I used to care. But at this point, like, I don't. Like, if I could be like dope, respected, and make my money, like, that's cool as fuck for me.
What else
Like,
could you have?
you know what I mean? Like, and I just want to be able. The reason I would want fame though is to reach the masses. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to
Yeah.
be able to inspire as many people as possible.
Yeah, you want to have a voice.
Yeah, like that's my goal. Like, as corny as it may sound or whatever, like, what music has done for me, when like, as far as inspiration
Mhm.
goes, like I hear somebody like, and I'm like, fuck, like this is dope as fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I want
How
to
did
be.
this person like create this? How did they think of this?
Or like just inspire me in life or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I have a tattoo because of Joey Badass. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Mhm.
if not saying somebody's gonna go get a tattoo because of me, but if I could have that same influence where they're like, fuck, this is fucking dope as shit. Like I love you. Like you're influencing my life, like that means everything to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be able to touch other people's
Yeah.
lives, like to send them in the right direction.
Exactly.
Because there's so much negativity like out there,
Definitely.
and it's like there's a market for it.
Yeah.
There's a huge market for it.
Definitely. But
It's weird, right?
yeah.
This
Should
is
be.
like, yeah, we're getting deep right there, bro.
Yeah. I was
So,
thinking about Joey Badass.
Yes, I know Joey's so dope.
And what's his name
Easy
too?
to my Jesus,
Yeah.
Dude, I got my first car, and it had no aux cord. I drove that bitch to Best Buy, and like I bought the Joey Badass CD at the time.
That's dope.
His first CD.
That's dope.
Bad Money, right?
Yeah, Before the Money.
Before the Money.
Yeah.
It's like his
but
name,
It's
but
Before the Money, but it's badass. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
it's-
takes me back, bro.
But me too. I mean, like Joey's in my top 5, so it's like
Top 5.
like he was literally my first tattoo. Like my first tattoo at the age of 18. Like I decided to get it.
It's the 47, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It stands, so their meaning, which is where I got it from, Capital Steez kind of,
R.I.P.
said R.I.P., kind of made it. It has to do with the chakras, so like Hinduism. There's 7 of them. The 4th and the 7th, the 4th one is, well, it stands for peace, love, and balance. So the 4th is peace and love, which is the heart chakra, so it stands for peace and love. And then the 7th is balance, because
Is that why like the 7 like goes through the 4 like sometimes when you see it?
Yeah.
Like that,
It's
right?
like balancing it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can show you. And then,
Oh shit, yeah. That's it.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
And
just
then I have
wild.
the third eye in it.
Hit the camera.
Let me see. I don't know if the camera can see.
Oh, it'll probably.
Then I have
pick
so
it
it's the
up.
47, and then I have the third eye in it, which is the 6th chakra. But yeah, that's what it stands for: peace, love, and balance. But the 7th chakra is the root chakra, so it's like whatever balances you. So it's just that's how I want to live my life:
Oh, yeah.
peace, love, and balance. And then the third eye is like perceiving the world differently than those around you. You know what I mean?
I stopped drinking water from like the fucking faucet and like from the from the refrigerator. I just only been drinking water from the Brita,
No
and
way.
it like filters out all the bad shit and like the fluoride.
Yeah.
And bro, I feel like my third eye is like HD right now,
man,
bro.
that's crazy.
My shit's like HD right now.
That's
I've been
crazy.
looking at the world differently, having like more motivation and shit.
Good. I mean,
It's weird.
it could. Honestly,
this shit is like
It might not
it
even
might
be
be
the
weird.
water, but mentally, like, if that's what's working for you, like, that's what's working. You know what I mean? Because, like, the mind is insane. You know what I mean? Like, the mind can literally trick you to fucking
Fuck yeah.
do so much shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, dude.
You're like the vessel for your mind.
Yeah.
That's
You're-
why, like, in, what is it, well, I don't know what it is, and I don't want to sound like an asshole in the fucking podcast, say the wrong thing, but it's like some fucking science, right, that
Right.
they believe that I think it's quantum physics, that you're not actually absorbing your reality, you're projecting it, so it's not like it's not like our eyes are taking stuff in, we're actually putting it out, and the way they, like, kind of, I guess the way to prove it is by, like, saying, like, okay, we all see one guy, right? I could think he looks like fucking Tom Cruise, and you'd be like, what the fuck? He looks nothing like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But see how that's, like, not even us taking it in, it's us putting it out more than anything?
No, yeah,
Because we're
yeah.
all seeing something different.
It's like kind of
kinda.
like us wanting to disagree with you, so like our mind helps us.
Yeah, or that, and just the fact we see normal, like, we see this house as just a house, but certain things in it, we don't perceive it the same way, because I see it every day when I wake up and walk out. You guys see it, like, you know,
A
maybe
little
a couple times, because
Yeah.
you walked in and out.
Yeah.
You walked in once, he's walked in, like,
Yeah.
4 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's even that where you're like, your mind, like you said, your mind is like just kind of like that way where it's not even like, I don't know how to say it, not sound weird, but it's like an antenna, dude. Does that make sense? That's why like the third eye thing makes a lot of sense to me, because even like, I was telling him, like, I was just we're fucking around with the podcast, having a good time for a couple of days, and I was just driving, dude, and I happened to see this YouTuber, dude, that I, like, fuck with, and I, like, dude, and I just was like, what in the fuck or the odds? I drive down that street all the time, there's nothing,
Yeah, see, like we're talking about like the universe.
and I literally just, like, was like, hey, what's up, dude, blah, blah, blah. Like, didn't, like, need to pull over and say anything. He was with a chick, so I was kind of letting him do his thing, but, like, just that made me be like, dude, I'm driving by this dude the universe, like, obviously didn't bring us together to do anything, but we're both like-minded individuals in the same spot. That has to mean something, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That has to mean some sort of, like, that everything has, like, an attraction, a fucking, it repels if you're not, like, the same way. Like, that's why that third eye thing, what he was saying about, like, even, like, drinking water, even if it's not the actual water, but maybe it's the idea of it in your head. Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah, isn't that crazy
like
that your mind could be like,
yeah.
oh, he's trying to be healthier, so maybe we should get a little bit more, like, woke on this shit, wake up a little bit.
Oh my god.
Like, that's, like, crazy how the body is, dude. That's why I always said we're like a computer in this giant thing just putting shit out. Because the more you put out, the more you get in most of the time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry, I was talking there for a while.
No, you're good.
Conspiracies.
What's the inspiration for the plastic jewelry?
So this is from a guy.
It's pretty
actually.
dope. It's like it's all Cuban links and shit.
Yeah. So it's a guy named Christopher Kites. He makes just fucking plastic jewelry, and I found out about it from some guy I follow named Itai.
Okay.
Itai makes like custom bags and stuff like that. So he buys Louis, Gucci's, all this shit, cuts them up, makes them into his own like different bags, or he'll make like, now he's been into like puffer jackets. He'll get like vintage Gucci towels, make them into like sweatshorts or sweatpants, like super dope shit. And the reason I found him out is because my cousin is his photographer. He takes his pictures.
That's
so
cool.
Anyway, Itai posted Christopher Kites when ComplexCon, this past ComplexCon, was out, and he was like, bro, this guy's next up. Like, I guess he already knew him. And when I followed him, he was at like 6,000 followers, 7,000 followers, and I saw the jewelry. And it was a collab with J Balvin at the ComplexCon thing. And I was like, fuck, this shit is hard. And like, the reason it was hard to me was just because it was like, real jewelry, like it's Cuban links, but it's plastic. You know what I mean? So it's just so different. Like
it's kind of ironic.
It's like it's like a play on the vanity.
Exactly, and like I just thought it was super cool because it's like jewelry to flex that people could afford, and I fucked with that.
Yeah,
like,
that's sick. Yeah.
And it was just creatively different. Like it was just like it was not really a fuck you to like real jewelry, but it was more like a
but
you know what I mean? Like but kind of. But at the same time, it was more like a I respect what you guys are doing, but I think I could do this differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now he's at like fucking 25,000 followers. He's fucking blowing up. But
crazy.
But yeah, like I don't know. I fuck with it. I just fuck with it. And then like his whole like he has comic. He was super into comic books and like SpongeBob and like fucking shit we were growing up in.
Dude, like.
And so he makes like these pieces with them. Like this is the Killmonger. From Black Panther.
Dude, I liked Killmonger better than Black Panther.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just think it's dope. I think it's super dope. So I want to support it.
That is so cool. Awesome. The first time I saw that shit, these like plastic Cuban links, it might have been by the same designer, but it was on It's McFly. Do you know who that is? He's like a really awesome like graphic designer. Like he's worked with Chris Brown and shit, and his style is just crazy. Like that's why I follow him. And like I was like, it makes sense how you and this guy It's McFly would have both found out about this Christopher Kites. Yeah,
but I don't know. I fuck with it. And he every time he'll drop something, he has my money. You know?
Just like take it.
Yeah, it's super cool, and he's such a cool guy too. Like, even though he's been blowing up lately, like he still responds to everybody in his comment or like almost everybody in the comments. He'll write back to DMs. You know what I mean? Even if he's fucking busy, and he's like, I have a lot of DMs I haven't responded to, but I'm just really busy right now. Like, please understand. But he's just super cool, super positive, super like spreading love out into the world, and I fuck with that.
Yeah, dude. I fuck with that too. That's awesome.
Do,
I might check that guy out.
Yeah, you should. Now, he fucking just posted a picture of fucking Ben Baller at some red carpet event. With his Ben Baller in his own chain and a fucking plastic Cuban. Like,
wow.
You know what I mean?
That's
fucking
genuine love. I fuck with Ben Baller, bro.
Like that's fucking insane. Like I don't know.
Boom, just like that, it just takes one person, one person in a powerful place to see your shit.
Yeah, like Gary says, like you're one piece of content away from just your life changing forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the little Nas X, I don't know how you say his name or whatever. That
we were just talking about this shit, bro. He literally, he was probably a rapper that like shit wasn't working, bro. So like he was like, I got to take a chance, man. And his song just went #1 on Billboard. You know how many streams he has to have to
Dude,
leapfrog all these other songs to get to #1?
Crazy.
His
After
his
he got
life
taken
is
off the country.
Yeah,
charts.
after
After that. Fuck that shit.
crazy. Like Billy Ray Cyrus said, he was like, outlaws need to be outlawed.
Fucking Billy Ray Cyrus. Dude.
Yeah,
I keep
go
seeing
on,
him
like,
with
where the fucking
Goat
go?
as fuck, right?
I just
Like,
see him with
that's
his
super
mullet,
dope.
dude. Like obviously he doesn't have that anymore, but for some reason in my mind I just see him
He's
like,
even more fucking swagged out now.
He
bro.
is,
right?
he's
Older
older
guy,
guy.
I don't think I've seen him
damn.
lately.
Yeah,
To
me
be
either.
honest.
Other than that, but yeah, what I was saying, like he tweeted the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it. I think you guys might have posted it. I don't know, but it was like he said like, it's crazy that a year ago today I was sitting in my in my college class or college dorm room. I don't know what he said,
Uh-huh.
and like it's crazy how fast like your life can
That's
change.
so
you know what I
true,
mean?
dude.
And it's insane, bro. Like
It
Welcome
is.
to America.
yeah, it's super dope. I think it's super cool. Like.
Capitalism, bro.
It's just super cool that you could just fucking one day be here and the next day you're fucking like touring the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You're
that's
literally
insane.
Dude,
someone-
Schoolboy Q just did an interview, bro, with 92.3 or Power 106, some radio
One of
station in
those.
LA, and he said that like him and Kendrick did a concert in like Denver for like 9 people,
Wow.
and then like the next day, like that same night, like Dr. Dre had got a hold of Kendrick's shit, and the next day he was on a jet back to LA
Damn,
on a
That's
private, like
crazy.
that's insane.
just like you're saying, bro.
I mean, there's
It's just-
and it's repeated. Like Lil Yachty, same thing.
True.
Like you know what I mean? When he fucking made one night, like it just
Dude.
fucking over one night he just fucking blew up. You know what I mean? It
I-
wasn't technically one night.
I
but-
Yeah.
think he kind of had a relationship with Ian Connor too.
Did he? Is that where he got it from?
I
You think so?
Yeah, I remember Lil Yachty telling a story, and he was like, I was just at the Atlanta airport, like whatever it's called, ATX, and like he was like, Ian Connor walked up to me and he was like, I like your hoodie, I want it.
Oh, weird. And
Yeah.
Ian would do some shit like that too. Like he just looks like, yeah, I respect Ian, but yeah,
Yeah, but I know what you mean. I remember like when I played fucking one night, I was like DJing a hookah lounge. I think it was like the third time I DJ'd
They were
there.
like, boom!
No, not even. It was like no one knew who the fuck Lil Yachty was, and I remember being like, "This song is hard. This dude's going somewhere." And literally the next year, everyone knew who Lil Yachty was.
yeah.
And that song was probably like his first, if not his first, one of the big songs to where like I saw him like, okay, this dude's gonna be something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Definitely like if not overnight, like within a week, it was just like
Yeah.
It was over, huh?
Yeah.
it was
He's
over.
like, he's
And
on
it was
the
like-
fucking rocket ship, like, ah!
And it was like 6ix9ine too.
Oh yeah, that's actually
The
one of the
Gummo?
best ones
Yeah,
right now,
Gummo.
dude.
Dude, I remember seeing the first thing I saw of 6ix9ine, bro, was him like, he's like, yo, I think I'm a rapist. You think I'll be getting this $3 million if I was a rapist? Fucking like pouring all the money on the ground. And like a week later he dropped Gummo.
I don't even remember. I've never even
Yeah,
seen that
bro.
video.
I know. It's like it was on World Star, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this fat little Mexican guy with rainbow hair? He's got 6ix9ine tatted
Dude, you wanna know
everywhere."
the
I was like,
first
"There's no
time-
way he's gonna make
Dude,
it.
no, the first time
He's
I
not
saw him,
gonna breach 1 million followers. There's no way."
you're just being a hater.
I
man.
was hating hard, but like it was at a time where I was more about like I was
The
the dick.
culture.
Yeah, I was kind of a
Like,
dick.
for the culture, man.
Like the I
Well,
guess
like not even that. Yeah,
like the old school culture, right? Like it was
No, because I've always loved new music and like
You just saw
music
him, like,
evolving.
as
I just
not
was like,
fitting.
if this is where hip hop is going,
Yeah,
what is this?
That's where I've been too. The first time I actually saw him, he was in one of Adam 22's vlogs, and he was like a friend of someone, and he
Oh,
didn't even
really?
have the rainbow hair. I think he just had green hair. And the whole time Adam wasn't fucking with him, and then like towards the end he's all, oh shit, this dude raps, and he only had like 20 something K, dude.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and you could go and see that video
for
still
like
on.
up and coming artists, like
Dude.
like that got as big as him.
And he wasn't even like the main dude that he had on the podcast. He had another dude that was like, I think he made like a bag with like some dude eating some chick's pussy or something. I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember it was like it was going super viral. And then the dude that was with that guy ended up being 6ix9ine. And I just so happened to remember like, fuck, I seen this guy somewhere before, and I was going through old vlogs, and I was like, he's fucking right there. And I'm sure the video's still up unless they made him take it down for whatever, I don't know.
wow.
legal reasons.
Yeah, like they're like, okay, we don't want 6ix9ine like being the bitch dude in the back in this video. Like we want him being the big old gangbanger dude, fucking
Dude.
the blood or whatever.
some people are born with confidence,
True.
and some people like
Learn it
or
like
and
adapt it.
or like create it like as they're or
Like
get it as they.
Yeah, as they're coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it happens. Fucking, you've seen it in the industry before, you know what I mean? These guys think they're all hard ass, you know what I mean?
And they
it's
ain't,
because
bro. They ain't.
yeah, it's because of the shit, behind them, you know what I mean? But, I don't know.
Yeah, me and Phil were talking about, like, even, I think, when was it? What episode was it? We were talking about signing bonuses and, like, falling out. And we were saying, like,
Just
dude,
blowing the whole check.
yeah, even if you do get it and, like, you don't have the right people behind you, you're just going to fuck off.
Oh,
You're literally
for
not going anywhere.
sure.
And we literally did the math. It's
Bro.
like,
They spend it before they get it.
yeah,
bro.
we did the math with jewelry, with cars. I think it was jewelry. What was it?
Like jewelry, cars. I was like, if you're going to Eliante,
Yeah, that's right.
it's going to be
That's
250.
right.
And that's a quarter of the bonus right there.
And then we were saying, like, after, like, the quarter or, like, even, like, the fucking whatever, the 3/5 or wherever you're going with it, you still only have, like, maybe at the most 500, maybe 600,000 from $1 million if you're getting $1 million. Dude, where are you going to find, like, that sort of house that you could, like, I mean, obviously you could go if you're from, like, a certain area and you got boys,
you can make
go.
payments.
Or you can just go live in the hood and have your boys get your back, but you don't want to do that. If you're, like, like a blue face or someone that's, like, getting money, you're trying to look some type of way. After that first, like, what did you say, the jeweler guy? I can't remember.
Oh, Eliante.
Yeah, after that and all, like, the boys and the cars, you got, like, almost $500,000 maybe at that. That's not a fucking house, dude. That's why I have these dudes, like we're saying, they don't have anything in their house. They buy a house and then you get in there, it's like echo.
Yeah.
It's like the acoustics are weird here, dude. What the fuck? Oh, because you have no furniture. Like,
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Did you see, speaking of Blueface and, like, houses, it's funny you said that. You see all the backlash he was getting because of the house that he bought or whatever?
oh no, I didn't hear anything
He,
like that.
I guess he bought, like, a house. It was, like, a $4.something million house.
Oh, that's
like,
what we're talking about. That's what made us talk about the signing bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but
it was a nice house. Like, I mean,
Right.
who's buying a fucking $4 million house?
Yeah.
And, like, everybody was hanging on him, like, that's what you get in LA? Like, you could get this in Texas for that same amount of money. It's like, bro, what?
Dude, okay, but in Texas, you also have crazy people running around that can just carry a gun and take you out. So, it's like give and take.
Carry over
Yeah,
there, bro.
okay.
Dudes with just like ARs like, hey, alright.
What's a blue face?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got one of those shit.
Yeah. But
Those are the crazy dudes. Those
I
are the
don't
ones
know.
that are like, I think I'd rather spend $4 million here than going and having to deal with that.
yeah.
Dude, oh god.
Dude, you know, this is like a random fact. There's more tigers in captivity in
Right,
Texas
there's more tigers
than in the entire
captivity
world
in Texas than all of the wild of the world.
combined.
What?
This is like a Joe Rogan joke. He's like, they looked at the one page of laws and he's like, it don't say anything about tigers.
Yeah. And Joe Rogan does a whole stand-up thing where, like, all of Texas, like, the entire state has more tigers in captivity than the entire world. Like,
Are you
combined.
guys, like, this is
This
legit?
is like a legit
facts,
statistic. This is how
factual.
crazy people are in Texas because they don't have like a lot of laws, so they're
No,
just like,
because
shit, we can
they
just do whatever we
still have the
want. Like,
laws
tigers,
of
like-
the Republic of Texas, like
Shit.
before the Alamo and shit.
This
That's
is when I get very weary of my white side.
Dude, there's this line by Drake. He's like, I bring calicos to the Alamo.
Damn, I didn't
And,
even
like-
know that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know he was talking about that either.
Calicos is like a super like heavy machine gun, like super futuristic and shit. And like the
Yeah.
Alamo happened like in 1880.
That's crazy.
Right, but he's talking pretty
But
much
he's
like
talking-
Texas
yeah,
having
yeah.
like no gun laws, pretty much.
Well, he's
That's
talking
what the
about
innuendo is, right?
like y'all are
Yes.
shooting muskets, bro, and I'm just like
Exactly, but like what the
But it's
actual
like a
thing
play.
is.
It's a play on everything.
Yeah,
it's
like
a
the
play
whole
on the future
culture.
to the past, but it's also a play like what you're saying. Like he can bring it to Texas. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
That's so fucking crazy to me because I didn't even think about the gun aspect. I mean, I know what some people have. They probably have like fucking
There's so
air to
many-
air shit, like rocket launchers, fucking.
There's so many meanings to like lyrics though, and that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
And nowadays, we were just talking about this, how like in the 80s, you could just be like, bro,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
Walk
bro.
into the house.
Yeah, walk into the house. See your mouse.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the fucking Dr. Seuss ABC rhyme.
Right, real elementary.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, like they're not even saying it anymore. Like you need to know the slang, and you need to understand insinuation.
Yeah.
Like they never
Valid.
say what they're saying. It's like more they insinuate what they're saying. Especially like Travis Scott. There's this perfect line. He's like, motorcycle patches on my jacket. Rip all the money out the plastic.
Yeah.
Put it on her tongue and now she dancing. He didn't cuss one time in that.
Yeah.
In that.
That's
hook.
crazy.
And he's talking about, you know, he's at the club, he's fucked up, he's wearing a dope-ass jacket with patches on it, and he's ripping the money open, because when they bring the money out to you at the club, if you're a baller and you buy 100,000, they bring it in like a fat bag.
Really?
Yeah, and you gotta tear it open.
Damn.
And then, you know, he's
Put
like,
it on the tongue,
yeah, just Molly.
Flip, make a flip, do gymnastics.
Yo.
Yeah, that's a fucking high. That song, that's the best song on that tape.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good song.
That song's dope.
Myself.
And Quavo mentions Big Baller Brand. And
Yeah.
that shit went
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, but that's what kind of made me fall in love with like lyricism, was just the meanings of everything. You know what I mean? Like,
stuff behind it.
cause like you might think something, you might think something different. I might think something. You know what I mean? And like Genius, like what Genius did, bro. I started having Genius on my phone before it was even an app. Like I had to save the URL onto my
link,
homepage.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I know exactly what you mean.
like that's I don't know, Genius. Like that's also another thing of mine that I want to accomplish is like when I write shit. Like I used to be like I would analyze lyrics and I was like, fuck, this is so fucking hard. Like
yeah,
he
like
said
if
this,
you
this,
really
this, and this,
listen,
and this is what it means. Like I want somebody to be like that for my lyrics. You know, you're like, fuck, like that's so fucking.
Dude, the first
stupid.
person that was like that with me was when I heard, I don't know if it was No Ceilings, or it was one of the first Lil Wayne things that I actually started listening to the lyrics, and I was just like, the fuck?
Like this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like so like hard that it's just dumb.
To the point where like you'd have like a homie or like a friend that was like, dude, he said this, and you're like, no, he said this, and it was exactly like you both interpreted it differently, and then you'd have a third person like, no, it's actually this.
Yeah.
But we could all be right here.
Yeah,
like,
no,
like during that time, like there was no medium, like
That's
a
true.
Genius.
No,
or
it wasn't.
like for you to go find out.
Dude,
It
there wasn't
wasn't-
even like a rhyme zone for you to like if you needed a rhyme, you're like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? He was just like, okay, I'm a little Wayne.
Smoke,
Yeah.
lean me up,
Bro,
let's go.
He's very, very talented.
He's
Oh
fucking
my
amazing,
God.
dude. All the
He's super-
documentaries
never
he
written a
made with
bar
all
before.
those too. Oh
That's
my
fucking
god.
insane, you know what I mean? Like,
I think like I think I mentioned this on one of the episodes. Like I used to think Lil Wayne was like middle of the road rapper,
Yeah,
you did say
like
that. I
in
remember
terms
you
of
said that.
skill level,
really?
like before he dropped like the Carter 3 and shit.
Uh-huh.
But then like now
Analyzing everything?
yeah, like now you see these other artists coming out
Yeah.
and like
It's
how
like-
little they really put into it, and it's like, dude, Lil Wayne is Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude,
Literally.
look
We
at,
see his Jesus.
look at all the clones that were made from him. Look
Yeah,
at all the
little
No,
like
definitely.
styles even that were like if you-
Lils. All the
Yes.
Lils. You know what I mean?
I say all the time,
All
but
of
like
them.
a lot of Young Thug's like persona came from Wayne, like around the like Lollipop, like Carter 3, like kind of like I don't want to say like I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, where he was like super just like not giving a fuck, but kind of like into fashion, so he always was wearing something like kind of like dripped out, but at the same time he had a cup with him.
Yeah.
So like
It was-
he kind of had that persona, and then Thug came out like around the time they were suppressing the Carter 5, and it was always like, man, I wonder if Birdman was kind of like, hey, like you're my Wayne now, and then that even from there, even Thug birthed a lot of
No,
like
definitely.
similar like kind of like like I don't know how to say it and not sound like an asshole, but like clones, like just
Yeah.
straight up like copies with
Sons.
different hair, different grill, and different fucking ad libs, pretty much.
Now, do you think, like, you guys think it's really clones? Or you guys just think it's, like...
I think
Like,
it's
do you
because of
think-
how powerful their influence is. Like every young man that comes out of Atlanta now wants to be Young Thug.
Thug?
True. Yes, I think so. Like you could see the influence all throughout
So
music.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
like, there's no little Futures. There's no little Migos.
True.
You know,
I guess.
they
yeah.
all want to be Thugga.
So do
even
you-
though he doesn't have that one song or that one project.
Hmm.
So do you think, like, it's disrespectful
To who?
to Thug or, like, the culture?
No, because
For
he's
them
fucking
cloning?
he's signing them to YSL.
I was gonna say,
Like
if he's
my
in-
favorite Young Thug apostle is Lil Keed.
Walked in, bro.
Yeah.
That's so hard, dog. I fuck with Lil Key.
Bro, his snippets that he's posting now, like he's getting so much better
Yeah.
at the
No,
style.
definitely. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
snippets he's posting now are
I
can't
liked
wait till he
the
drops
Move
some other
It
shit.
song with Offset.
Move It.
Yeah, that one was really good.
What's in my home?
Yeah, bro, that shit's so hard.
Dude, people roasted him, bro, when he was like doing a song on live, and like they saw how he records it and shit. They were like roasting him, and then he like live on the thing, like in the comments, and then he played it back.
And then
everyone was like, "Oh shit, fire!" Yeah,
bro, I love that. I love that process. Like that's
yeah.
probably my favorite process is like going to the studio and starting off, and like if there's people in there like they don't know what the fuck is going on, like they don't really.
You already
see
have a
the
vision for it.
Yeah.
You already have a vision.
But
for it.
and then like you play it at the end of the night when you're like done with it, and it's just like fucking slapping. I'm like, fuck yeah, like. You know what I mean? I love that process of like you don't know what it's actually gonna sound like. You have an idea,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what it's gonna turn into, and it's just I don't know.
I know
I
what you mean.
enjoy
That's
that. I
so
enjoy that.
dope.
That's how I was when I used to make beats, dude. I would literally sit back here in high school and just like on Fruity Loops, just like start with like a synth. Thank you. Start with like a synth, and then from there be like, okay, like should I turn the BPM up, down? Should I leave it? And then from there put like some fucking heavy ass like fucking bass to it, and then from there like, oh, should I do a clap? Should I do a snare? Should I do both? And then like at the end it just sounded some type of way, and I was like, holy fuck, I did not want it to sound like this, but this sounds so much better, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, now I know I'm too fucking white to rap over this. Like, who can
I
I bless
gonna
this?
send
Yeah,
this
who can I
to?
bless this
I gotta
to?
bless somebody with this shit. This is
That's
my
funny.
word. You still record with Knack?
So I haven't gone in probably a few months, because he's been really busy with other things.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's what I see. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's
going up.
he's with Rowdy.
Bro,
I mean, Rowdy
we
was like,
we're in studio with Roddy Rich's engineer, bro.
Like
And like,
it's-
I saw the biggest lean ball I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't a pint. It was bigger than
Really?
a pint. Yeah, for sure. Now, like, cause I see pints. I've seen pints.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Anyway.
I'm just drawing.
But anyway, I saw the pint and I was like, I told Mac, I was like, bro, what the fuck? That's the biggest lean ball I've ever seen. And he was like, oh yeah, bro, that's Roddy's. And I was like,
bro,
oh shit.
when I
If you can afford that, like, you got
when I was started
Yeah,
started
that's the
recording
thing, it's so
with
expensive.
Mac, because I think Larry Rage started recording like in November. There, he told me to go with Mac, and honestly, at the time, I had a different engineer, and I was like, nah.
that you
like,
trusted.
I was like, I fuck with this guy. Like, I think he's cool, bro. Going to Mac was the best thing that ever happened. Like, he is a fucking genius.
You know what a professional song should sound like now.
Literally. Like, I don't think although I do need to find other engineers because, like, in the situation I'm in right now, like, he's busy doing other shit. I don't have somebody to go to. I'm afraid to go to somebody that's not as equal level or better. Because it's like, it's just not going to sound the same.
And sometimes with engineers, like, when you master shit, it's not based upon anything other than your ear.
Yeah.
And the way you hear shit,
Dude,
the way it sounds
He
to
like
you.
captioned this one picture. He was like, my VST is my ears. And like, VST is like how they fucking like level the shit out. And shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but, no, I mean, I remember I went in December of 2017, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, December 2017. I started following, he told me about Rowdy, I started following him with like 3,000 followers he had.
Bro,
He's at fucking 1.8
Right?
million now. You
like
know what I mean?
Mac like was kind of like gun shy, huh? Like telling us about Roddy and like telling us he was dope because like we might have like went and searched him and like not been like would have been like looked at the numbers and like just been like, oh, this and this. But like he knew what they
he
were
knew.
doing.
He
Just
knew.
like you were saying with that creative process with the song, like when people are sitting in on it, you might not get it at first.
Yeah, but no, bro, like, but yeah, Mac, he's a fucking genius. I love that guy, honestly. But no, I haven't recorded in like 2 or 3 months just because he's been busy with other stuff. That's not to be disclosed. But, yeah. So I mean, I respect it. You know what I mean? I can't blame him. I can't blame him either because it's like from the artist
His
that
price
he
is probably
works,
gonna go up.
the artist that he works with, in relations to who I am as far as like my career goes, like he does not
It's on a
need me to
different
go.
planet.
You know
But
what I mean?
you also have to see it as maybe he sees something in you.
And that's crazy because a lot of people tell me that, and I thought about it too, and I'm like, fuck. And he's talked to me and told me like, bro, like eventually you're gonna be there. Like one day you're gonna be the Rowdy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just gotta keep going, and it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck, like he sees something,
Oh, yeah.
or he just really fucks with me.
Yeah.
For him to be keeping me here, because it's
Okay,
like
he
he works with so many fucking artists. You know what I mean? Like he works with like Uno, the activist,
That's
like
crazy.
fucking Mars 90,
okay.
fucking Rowdy. You know what I
Rowdy
mean?
just in general.
So it's like
he's on
I
another level
respected
right
it,
now.
and that's why right now, like I'm not mad. I
Right.
understand that he's
Bro,
fucking
the
busy.
last
I understand,
song
you know?
that Nipsey Hussle put out, bro, was with
Rowdy,
Roddy.
bro.
That's so crazy.
Like,
so
R.I.P.
fuck. And Nipsey was R.I.P. Nipsey was the one. Sorry, that's my alarm. I have alarms throughout the day. Nipsey was actually the first one to kind of like fuck with Rowdy, like kind of put him onto the scene. From what Mac told me, like it was just
You know,
kinda,
like another crip from
and that's
LA
super dope.
that you thought had a vision and like was like not just like talking about guns and drugs, but was motivational.
yeah.
Like the first song I heard by Roddy was "Fuck It Up."
Oh yeah, that's a good ass song.
Dude, like
Fuck yeah, that's
dude,
a good
that
ass
song's
song.
great. Like I feel like if he dropped it now, it would go
Go
crazy.
It's still and it still
It's
did
going
numbers.
crazy.
It still did numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Like people that like looked into him like right after he put out Die Young, like "Fuck It Up" started going up
Yeah,
too
yeah,
because
yeah.
like they were like, what he needs?
Bro,
he must have
Diane
other
went
songs.
so big for him.
I know, bro.
Like, that's what blew him up.
Yeah,
that's what
and
blew
it
him
was
up,
really,
man.
it was like, he had just met Meek Mill, and then like he got London on the track to do him a beat, and like he turned it into like a song about X.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
That's hard.
Oh my
bro.
god, like
Bro.
everybody who knew about like street life in any city in the world, like you instantly
Related.
felt that.
Yeah, no,
related
no.
to that.
I don't even know the street. Like I know of the street life. I obviously didn't grow up in. I mean, I grew around the areas and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, but that wasn't my
Yeah,
life.
you weren't
I didn't
embedded
do that,
in
yeah.
it, like.
But I still understood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it's like-
that's just
yeah,
so
yeah.
hard.
It's like real recognizes real.
Exactly.
regardless, yeah.
Like,
Back to the fucking Nipsey song, though. Racks in the Middle. Rowdy, his fucking hook is so
It's
stupid
so
on that
sick.
shit, though.
So sick.
Like it's so fucking it's the the fucking
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
The fact to
got a
think
good
that
voice.
that's gonna fucking hit, like who thinks of that? You know what I mean? Like let
Yeah.
me hum this and like, bro. And
It
if you
slightly
watch
changed the pitch on the second one.
exactly, if you watch the video, the third time.
Dude, I
he does the
bet he
chorus-
hummed that, and I was like, I'm gonna go back and lay some shit down there. it's gonna be that melody.
And he just let
And he
it-
listened to it, he was like, nah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And but yeah, if you see the video, his third time that he says the hook,
Uh-huh.
he like has his smile almost like as like I fucking killed this shit. Like I know I did. Like
Yeah.
and it's so hard, dog. Like it's so
Dude.
fucking hard, man.
Yeah, dude, I remember hearing that song for the first time. I don't know if you showed it to me or if I just heard it on the radio. I think you might have showed it to me, but I remember, oh, you showed it to me and then I heard it on the radio. Dude, I bumped the fuck out of that song that second time I heard it. And I'm not trying to incriminate myself or anyone. I could be making this up. But I had a beer in my hand, dude. And I had a joint in my pocket, bro. I fucking lit that shit up. I was not driving, okay? In this made up story. But yeah, dude, like, I swear to God, it was one of those things where just, that song, kind of like what you said, like, you know he was feeling it. Like, you could hear in his voice, dude. It's trippy. And the
Yeah.
fact that, like, the fact Nipsey's on it is just,
Yeah.
it's
It's
another,
such a good song, and Nipsey's verses are so hard,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
And like
Completely.
he's just so
I was
calm.
never like the hugest fan, so I feel like I gotta go back and like
Me either.
and like study his discography a bit.
Yeah, no, me either. I wasn't. I didn't even hear Rats in the Middle till after his passing.
damn.
But yeah, I mean, I always respected him, and I always knew of.
I heard it
Nipsey.
because I fuck with Roddy and I just saw it coming down
Yeah.
and shit.
No,
and
I-
they dropped a video when they dropped the song.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah, but,
I think we watched it together, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
that's like literally like almost all I do sometimes. Just I'll
we
be-
just like
going through
yeah, we just like
videos,
smoking this
everything.
fool's room and like just watch like a bunch of videos.
So
on it.
first, let's start
No,
personally.
start with
What do
it,
you
with
start? Like, what do you watch on YouTube right now?
Oh,
Start-
man.
If there was an everyday thing, what was?
All right,
what's
you
your
can talk
everyday-
about your shit and then I'll.
That's
talk
why
about
I
my
wanna
shit,
see
'cause
both.
It's much
Individual.
different, bro.
I wanna see
It's much
Yeah,
different.
it's definitely different. So I'll go to like daily driven exotics just because that's eventually where I want to be. I just want to fucking have a nice car. I don't
Right.
even care, you know. So I start there. Then
Is that a channel?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a channel.
okay.
They're bigger than we will probably. Well, I don't want to say we'll ever be. 'cause
No.
who cares? But
Not
it's a
ever.
huge channel, right?
Yeah.
And
You'll be there.
that's one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
things too where I was telling this dude, I just so happened to come up to a guy when I was outside ELAC. He had the Daily Driven Exotic hoodie. I start talking to him. He has a fucking 488 Pista. He has like a car that I probably would love to have, but he was just talking to me, dude. And then I tell him, he goes, so what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm going to school. And he just goes, ugh. Like, bro, that
Why
made
you
me feel
there?
some type of way, dude. To the point where I was like, all right, this podcast better. You know what I said? Now that we're doing this shit, I'm like, man, I'm feeling really like confident. Anyways,
Good, as you should.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
going away from Daily Driven Exotics.
Uh-huh.
The fucking I watch Ants Canada because of this guy almost every day now.
Ants Canada? What's that?
Ants Canada.
So yeah,
It's
now let's
literally-
transfer to you since that's how.
literally a channel with this little Filipino man who's an entomologist. He knows everything there is to know about insects. An entomologist, ENT
And he has the
entomologist.
best cameras ever.
And he has
dude.
these really I got it. And he's got these really
You wouldn't like that,
powerful 4K cameras that like have super zoom. So like, bro, he'll like get a new batch of ants,
And
and
from the
he'll
plug,
create
from the plug.
yeah, from his ant plug.
Like there's specific ants. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part. Like he has
right?
different
Like,
videos.
they're from different parts of the world,
He knows.
bro. Like, and so like, he also has a terrarium guy that builds him like these special terrariums,
Crazy shit.
like custom terrariums. So like, you got to set them up because like certain ants are more feisty than other ants, and like they'll climb up and try to get out and shit
So-
because they need
so crazy.
airflow. You have to like leave holes in the top and like put like dense cotton there.
Dude, it's so much crazier than you think.
So he just like talks about like
No,
what they do, or
no, he
what?
like
He
every
lives
couple
it,
months,
dude. Crazy.
like he'll like feed them something crazy, and he'll like leave the camera zoomed in, and they'll just eat it, and like sometimes he'll get new ants, and he has to set up the whole thing, and then like watching them migrate into the terrarium is the most fascinating thing you'll ever fucking see.
It's insane.
So it's like kind of like a Discovery Channel but for insects.
Yeah,
Basically, like
yeah.
a little documentary
Yeah.
of like.
but it's like,
Bro, he got these
That's
ants,
crazy.
and there were
So
supposed to be
fucking
like
crazy.
4 queens in there.
oh yeah. that's
And then
right.
like boom, like they start coming out. He's like has it filming for hours, but you know this video's only like 20 minutes.
so he speeds everything.
And
up, man.
like he just shows them the best parts, and like 6 queens come
Yeah,
out,
dude.
and then they're like the worker ants are dragging out 2 queen pupas. They're like, you know, they're them like forming in a sack, like kind of like if it was pregnant, but it's
Yeah,
outside the
yeah,
body.
yeah.
It makes you realize how like
I'm
complex.
just so curious, bro.
Why?
Like, I
How
love
did
shit like
you
that.
stumble across that? Is my question.
It was just on the recommended page, bro. Shout out
Yeah, you just-
YouTube.
You always knowing what you want.
Yeah, so other than that, I'll go to like other podcasts. Like I'll watch Joe Rogan clips after that, and then I'll do like H3H3. There's another what's that guy's name? Danny Mullen, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so I showed him Danny Mullen. It's this dude.
That's
Shout
like-
out Danny
that's
Mullen
like
if
our
you ever
boy
watch
now.
this. We want you on. He literally gets no monetization. He does all this
He does
shit.
no
through a page-
monetization, no ads. He
Yeah.
just has a Patreon.
So like
and,
it's,
like,
it's people that
bunch of
support
people
him.
just
Yeah, yeah,
send
yeah.
him
I know
money.
Patreon.
Yeah, so this dude just goes out and like pretty much, I don't know, how would you explain it, dude? He just goes into the
He
streets
just
and,
finds he's like, I'm gonna go up to fucking Reno, Nevada. It's like the worst city in the country.
yeah, dude, he just
And,
goes
like,
and
he just
trolls.
goes and trolls everybody and like roasts them. And he brings he'll bring his like super handsome friend that was like on The Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, dude,
To like
so
to like
random.
interview people too, and then he'll bring like his super nerdy friend that looks just like the guy from Bachelor in Paradise, his like little brother.
But like super skinny
Yeah,
too, and like
super
kind of
skinny.
tatted like in weird ways. So
yeah,
it's like, okay.
they drink the whole time, and like they just ask people certain questions, and Danny like tries to kiss every ugly fucking bitch they see.
like-
just so
it's just funny?
so funny.
It's just like a show kind of that goes off the rails the more, like the further you
the
go
farther
into it.
into the show is good. He just comes up with shit. He's like,
I
all
feel
right,
it's
I'm gonna
like-
ride this 700-pound pig.
I
Right
feel
here.
it's kind of like a modern day Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sort of.
But he's like
that's definitely one of his That's definitely one of his influences.
And like
yeah.
he's like a tall kind of alpha type dude, so like
yeah,
he
yeah.
could like pretty much
And
fuck
he always
anyone.
tries to wrestle someone, and he knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Dude, he chokes out
my
people within like
gosh.
the first 5
And
seconds.
they always like a tough guy always is down, and yeah, he always chokes him out like 10 seconds.
Instantly
he
almost,
got him like
dude.
they always try to dive at him, and he just boom. He like fucking triangle chokes him like easy.
And like he trolls, dude. Like he went, where did he go? He went somewhere with
No,
a
he-
Jesus fucking outfit, a cross with a beer bong on it, just like super troll,
Bro,
dude.
you on Patreon you could like put things on there that like your fans could buy.
Yeah, I know.
And like the most
Yeah.
expensive one was like flying him out and like him filming a video with you,
right.
and like these dudes from like
Holy shit,
where were they
I forgot about
from?
that
They were
episode.
from Virginia.
Some random like
Yeah,
place
Virginia,
that there's
some
nothing to
farm
do.
town.
You know? Where there's like you literally go and like shoot guns and like
And how
ride
much was
pigs
it?
and shit.
It was like
It
5,000.
was like $5,000, dude, and they did
This
it.
guy over there is like 21, and like his dad died, and he passed him down a working farm with
Yeah,
like
pretty
farm
much.
hands, and
Damn,
and like
so
so,
that's
he
where he gets his money.
makes money.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck yeah, man, let's bring Danny Mullen down here.
Yeah,
And like
it was exactly how it was. that's pretty
And like
good.
Danny Mullen just fucks with like this one farmhand that's like an idiot.
Yeah, dude, he
And,
literally has
it's
like
hilarious.
the biggest
They're, like,
dread. Like it's
shooting
just one
guns.
big dread.
He's been growing it since as long as he can remember. It like reaches the ground. It looks like a dragon tail.
And it's white
And
people
it's
dread, so you know
braided.
it's nasty.
Yeah,
like,
it's so gross.
oh, that's another thing I'm gonna say.
Bro, yeah,
like,
we're going off a tangent, but yeah, Danny Mullen.
yeah, I'm gonna say it
So
again
dope.
though. Fucking
I'll
shout
send
out
you
if
some
he
links.
wants to be on this. Fucking, we're having a great time.
You
You can have me having a great time too.
Danny Mullen, that's
He's a
cool.
fool, yo.
That's cool.
Dude, and also, like, I think another thing that I would probably watch, other than that shit, would be, like, a big YouTuber just to see how that's going. Like, maybe, like, a Roman Atwood or, like, even, what's the other dude that I can never remember his goddamn name?
You ever watch Drama Alert?
Keemstar, yeah, sometimes. But it's usually, like, Joe Rogan, that kind of stuff. I try to stay towards podcasts. Just because, like, the Roman Atwood and, like, the actual, like, kind of more, like, family vlogs, it's like, I don't know. Most of our stuff we're cursing in and just acting some type of way, so it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, you're trying to receive inspiration.
I think part of me is like, yeah, like, why is this guy at so many views, and how is he continuously getting them? And even watching it is like, so I'm not going to learn anything. I might get, like, a format if we want to do, like, a vlog, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
I feel that.
But other than that, dude, yeah, maybe sometimes I'll watch, like, some shit to just, like, be conspiracy guy. Like, I'll go in that fucking rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
And I just get out of, like,
Famous rabbit hole.
lizards.
We all go down it, baby.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like different ones. Like there's a conspiracy one. There's like a rabbit hole for like random ass videos. You know what I mean?
Random
Like,
shit.
Like, kind of funny, but not really.
Yeah, and like, you're like
You're
if
just like-
somebody
you're just
walks in, they're like, "Why the fuck are you watching this?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "I don't really know," but it's like it popped up. You know what I mean? Like,
why am I watching
Yeah.
this? Fuck it, I don't know.
You're
yeah.
like, you're watching it, and you're just like...
Exactly, dude.
It's like not really funny, but it's like it's something to do. It's like
Yeah.
burning time.
There's a part of YouTube that's really creepy too. I don't know if you ever got to that part where you're just like,
It's like someone like standing in the corner, like
no, it's like
real weird, like real
the whole
weird.
video.
That's the
for
whole
3
video.
hours.
Hour long.
It's just like,
Them standing in the corner, bro. I'm telling you.
that's weird. What about you? What do you watch
So,
besides Ant-Man?
Ants Canada. Shout out Ants Canada. We're gonna continue to shout out Ants Canada on this
he hits
show.
us up. What the fuck?
Dude, if
Hey, yo,
anyone
like,
brings up
let
ants,
me-
I will
let me-
literally,
Dude, he would geek out.
lose my shit if we could get that fool on here. He never shows his face, so I don't know if he wants to do an interview.
He has an ant mask and he just comes
Oh,
in.
that would be a
hard.
good idea.
That'd be
That'd be a good idea.
That would be hard.
Damn,
but
that'd be a great idea.
anyway.
I know. What do you watch?
I watch Anthony Fantano,
Okay.
the Needle
Never heard
Drop.
of
He's like the best music reviewer on YouTube.
Oh, yes, I do. I've heard
Yeah.
of him. I've heard of him.
But I don't necessarily listen to so many of his music reviews. I like the Let's Argue segment and the Let's Agree
Okay.
segment. I feel like I get more of like a boom, like the whole. He talks about like the whole music as a whole, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I just think he's really smart. I like his opinion, even though some people think he's not.
Otherwise,
Yeah, some people think otherwise. But fuck him.
Did he have like a Poods moment where he said some shit or something, or just he's an asshole
Poods.
sometimes?
Well, like, yeah, he like started this meme channel
Oh.
where like he did jokes and stuff,
And
and
someone
you
took
know
it-
where this
yeah,
goes.
someone
Yeah,
took it to that
people just
level.
take it the wrong way.
yeah, people
You
get
know,
pretty sensitive nowadays.
So sensitive.
Hey, I can't even talk shit. I get thrown out of fucking nobody
Dan
else.
Pena, bro. Dan Pena is another YouTuber. He's like very,
Why
very
does that sound
powerful
familiar? Yeah.
entrepreneur. He lives in like a castle in Ireland, and he like brings people out like to his seminars, and he just fucking cusses them out and like does
What's this
crazy
guy's
shit.
name?
He's like,
Dan
sensitive equals broke.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's hard, dog.
Yeah,
That's
hard.
true though.
like his little daughter is like.
It's
She comes
crazy.
in, she's like,
Bro,
"Oh, daddy,"
slaps him.
she's like, "Oh,
I'm
daddy,
rich.
you're fucking these people up again." You know, like.
Like in that accent. Like,
That's
That's A.
But he's from East LA,
I
bro.
went to school.
Really?
Yeah,
East
he's
LA,
From, he's
that's
from East
crazy.
LA. And,
Why Ireland? That's weird.
I know, that's such a
He
weird
probably
place.
knows something we don't.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like a fucking.
he lives in
well
a
with, like,
castle. If
fucking
you want to live in a
Italian
medieval castle, you go to where there was medieval castles.
That's so
True.
fucking true, dude.
America wasn't created until the 1700s, 1800s.
That's true.
And like these medieval castles were created, in like 1400.
Yeah, but
like
they
when there were
also
still
have
knights.
dungeons.
I'm so fascinated by sword war.
Really?
Like that's why the vegetables are better in Europe.
What? Okay, you got
Because like
where you're
you
going
know,
here.
like people's like innards and like their whole bodies were like eviscerated and like cut open and their heads were cut off like in the French Revolution and shit, and it just fed the soil.
What the fuck? That's
That just
crazy.
doesn't really sound humane.
No, absolutely not. But it's,
Yeah.
it's our
I'm just
human
thinking
way.
of like.
The human race is like the most docile it's ever been, and like its whole existence.
So is that
like,
why they
right
say
now, and it
compost
continues to get that way?
Is like.
It continues to go that direction.
No, I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway,
I'm
back to
sorry for
YouTube.
getting deep into that. That was weird. Oh shit. Well, so I watch PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Yeah. Fuck, people are gonna think I'm like anti-Semite and like I'm like a weird ass like alt-right. But
alt-right.
right? And what else do I watch? I watch a lot of things.
Throw
It's just-
something else in there so that people
you know,
don't
I
think
like
you're alt-right.
Everyday Struggle, Genius.
Okay.
Yeah, Genius for sure.
I gotta hear what terrible things AK is spewing.
Academics.
Yeah.
Dude,
I like Wayno. Wayno's a cool guy.
Wayno's cool.
Well, I follow academics because sometimes I need to know what's going on.
No,
you know,
definitely.
He gets the first.
He definitely
gets
has
the
an
scoop.
outlet.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
He's a reporter.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like his opinion. He's a reporter to me.
He's definitely a reporter and a personality. That's definitely it.
Yeah, I think the opinion kind of comes with his personality.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
think sometimes he's just trolling. You know what I mean? Like,
and he's always been like that. too.
And like sometimes he likes like shitty ass artists. It's funny. But okay, what
no
else?
specific.
Everyday Struggle and what was the other one? Genius. I watch it sometimes.
I'm trying to think of some too.
I mean,
you guys watch a lot of shit.
Yeah, dude. I
damn.
don't really fuck with cable.
Dude, I
anymore.
gotta open
I
this
mean, me
because
either.
there's like a big one that I'm missing. I gotta just open my Easy real quick.
I don't have cable. Well, at least not in my room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't
Same.
know.
I do, but I just don't want to hook it up and fucking do that whole bullshit.
I just have YouTube.
I mean,
Netflix,
like
and
like
Hulu.
Hot Ones and shit.
Hot Ones was always a classic.
Yeah.
Hot
Yeah,
Ones
that's
is
pretty much
classic.
it. That's pretty much it. And whenever I go hang out with my cousin is like big into entrepreneurial shit, so
You just
like
watch a
always
bunch of
watching like entrepreneurial shit. Grant Cardone, Ed Milet,
Do you ever watch the
Don
88 Rising
Pena,
stuff?
Dan Pena, Dan Loke.
stuff.
88 Rising?
Yeah, do you guys watch that stuff?
No, I used to watch it a little more.
Some of that stuff's interesting. They have some of like the like.
Like it's
Weird.
not just about music.
No, I think it's, I don't know if it's through 88 Rising or through like a separate YouTube that 88 Rising sponsors, but I've seen a couple of their videos come up that were like, I think one of them was like different rappers in VR, and it was like Fat Nick and like PNB Rock and like, I can pull it up actually.
It's just
actually
them
kinda
doing
funny.
like weird shit like on VR. Like fuck, we can't watch it. Like this doesn't translate good on camera.
Yeah.
True. Good point. I'm just trying to figure out if it is 88 Rising now, because I could be just saying some other shit.
Yeah, it's just talking out your backside.
Oh yeah, it is. And then they
No.
also have like rappers like talking to like this
Oh,
waitress.
I
there.
like-
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna
I've
get
seen that one.
something.
Dude, like I like that thing too, where like rappers come in and they do karaoke.
Oh
And, like,
yeah,
it's like in
yeah.
Japan.
Like, Ski Mask.
Yeah, like,
Ski Mask
Puya
did one.
did
And
it.
Puya
Yeah,
too.
cool, yeah. The
Damn,
Ski
that
Mask one was
cool.
good, dude.
Yeah.
I like watch a lot of music videos too. Like dope artists put out music videos. One that we really liked recently. This shit is backwards. They like filmed it all in a line and it's going backwards.
Fuck yeah.
It's
It's
like
a-
some Mick Jenkins shit.
It's
Mick
an artist.
Jenkins
His
did that
name's NASCAR Aloe.
Mm.
NASCAR Aloe. Never heard of
Bro,
him.
like
Fire?
yeah, it's like
Super
you know,
next
like
level
your
shit.
music is one thing and his music is probably like entirely on the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But like yeah, he's crazy. He's like a punk rocker. He has Liberty Spikes.
Really?
He was in the latest Cole Bennett video, but it wasn't his song. But like that's his boy. His name's Josiah.
Die grinding, baby. Die grinding.
Have it tatted.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lifestyle. When I started it, I think I like saw some skating video. and it was like skate or die or something like that.
Okay.
It was like grind or die. And I saw it, I was like, fuck, like, die grinding. Like, that's hard. Like, you just fucking gotta go hard. Like, you just gotta fucking die fucking working. You know what I mean? Like, and
what is retirement?
yeah, like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, grinding as far as working, you know, always constantly just moving. It's just, that's the lifestyle. But I started it as, like, a little kind of collective, I guess is what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be, you know, have producers and fashion designers in it and photographers, like, this big thing. And I had a few people, and, like, it was cool. It was running, you know. I made, like, the whole, like, stickers and, like, an Instagram and a website for it. I had everything for it. But then just, you know, relationships fall and stuff like that. So kind of fell out. But, I mean, it's still going to be something. Like, eventually one day. I just realized I had to focus on building my image first before I could build an image of something else.
I get you.
So, yeah, I was like, you know what? For now, I'm just going to run jvyydoc, and when it's time, like, DG is gonna be my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always gonna be. I tatted it on me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is my life. Like, it just gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude.
Sounds like a modern day get rich or die trying without the get rich.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. It's just like, I don't know. It's a lifestyle for everybody. Like,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
In whatever.
In whatever form you do. Like, if you
Exactly.
work a 9 to 5, then that's what you enjoy to do. But you're, like, grinding. You know what I mean? Like, you're grinding for something. It's always for something. You know what I
Always.
mean? And it's just die grinding. You know what
It's
I mean?
not like open-ended grinding until you die.
Yeah,
it's like,
no.
It's like you're grinding for a goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
usually.
Yeah.
But that's
I
what
know.
it is.
I've always liked that the sentiment to it.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
You've been with your girlfriend for like 6 years, right?
Yeah,
or longer?
7.
7 years.
Going on 8 in June.
Whoa.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's fun, man. I mean, I love her. I'll marry her one day. Just trying to. I don't want to.
That day is not today.
Yeah, I
I
just
see.
wanna,
Like the thing is that's cool about you is like your relationship is like I know like it's never fallen off. You know, like you guys have always like maintained like you guys are like mad in love with each other. It's
Yeah,
like
man.
what I see.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a relationship. We've
Yeah.
gone ups and downs.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's not. It
Every
hasn't been easy.
relationship.
There's been rough patches, but I mean, we're probably like at our best now. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know we've just been in a relationship for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's like we've learned to kind of just what's
Right,
a
what
relationship.
works,
You know what I
what
mean?
doesn't.
Like what it is to be in this, and yeah, like I said, one day I'm gonna marry her and we'll have kids and stuff. But I'm focused on this now, so I don't want to do that, and I also want to give her like the wedding I feel she deserves.
Oh, of
you know what I mean?
course,
So and
of
I
course.
need money for that.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
And it
Yeah.
seems like she's very she wants you to follow your dream. Like
No,
she's so supportive.
yeah, she's my ride or die. Like literally, like she rides for me when I'm giving up on myself. Sometimes, you know, life shit gets hard.
Life
And I'm
shit.
like, fuck, like, do I want to do this? Still do this? You know what I mean? Like
Exactly
you
what
get
you mean.
those,
Yeah.
and she's like, nah, like you got this. Like she's always there to pick me back up. You know what I mean? And she kind of helped me jump too, to take the jump.
Yeah.
She was like, you know. At first she was like, you know, maybe you can just take a break and do this and then maybe go back to school. And then after she saw like the look in my eyes and like that this is what I wanted, she was like, let's do it then.
Dude, there's a quote by Mark Twain. It's like, men live a quiet life of desperation. And that is like that, and that means like, if you don't do what you're gonna do, you're gonna work your whole life in silence, but like on the inside you're like,
Yeah.
like just like
Screaming.
wishing
Yeah.
you would have done something about it.
Yeah.
Try to swim upstream.
Yeah. And that's honestly why I'm doing this too, because like I don't see failure, but if it happens, like at least I did it. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad, and I don't think people fail because they're not good. I just think people fail because they gave up. Like I truly believe that if you just continue to push, like you'll pop off eventually. It just happens. Like
Yeah.
the universe
Mhm.
will give you back what you
Of
put
course,
back
your
into.
music gotta be dope too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like I said, like it's just I don't know. And the music becomes dope from you working constantly,
Mhm.
wanting
It's a
to get
process.
better. It progresses. You know what I mean?
You
So-
see artists like get better, even that blow up,
Yeah.
like from the beginning of their career through
throughout
their
the career. Yeah. But yeah, man, 8 years. It's gonna be 8 years in June. It's great. You know what I mean?
That's super dope.
Yeah, I love her. I wouldn't be who I am without her. Honestly, like it's crazy.
You still hang out with Larry?
Yeah, man. Just FaceTimed him earlier. He's my boy. You know what I mean? He's
Of course.
always been my day one. I've always believed in him. And he's
Always supported
believed
each
in me.
other.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, man, I still talk to him. He's still doing his thing. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but he's just dropped a project not too long ago, like at the beginning of the year, I believe it was. But yeah, I mean, we're still here trying to do it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But
yeah. So the reason why me and this guy stopped seeing each other so often is because I was managing his friend Larry.
Okay.
Larry and another friend Aaron of ours. I was friends with Aaron first.
Okay.
And it was like his house we used to like record and like hang out. It was like the Trap House studio. And yeah, bro, like Larry was like, he became one of my best friends, bro. He's like my little bro. That's how I always looked at it, and like I kind of helped him like do the music shit.
Yeah,
like we filmed music videos, like had like countless studio sessions and shit. I like helped him a little bit financially too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like like drove him around and shit because I wanted to drive in my car, not his car, so we could bump music loud. Because one of his speakers didn't work. But
struggle.
you know,
Yeah.
like dude, the music,
The
bro.
music
Like
got- it
the
has a lot
music
to do.
moves
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It moves us.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, it's everything.
It is.
And yeah, we had a falling out.
Shit just popped off.
Yeah, him and my best friend since 3rd grade, Giancarlo, like they ended up getting into a fist fight and shit.
Oh shit.
And like we could never go back to Aaron's place anymore. And like him and his dad had a falling out, I heard, and Aaron's out of there too.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
It was a very fun time.
Yeah.
You know, like
And
we were super young and
I mean, and it was only like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Maybe a year ago that it fell off. But I mean,
Closer to 2.
But I mean, it's, I don't know. I don't hold like grudges or you know anything like that. So it's like that's why I was okay because Larry's my boy. You know what I mean? Like if I really didn't want to, I'd be like, no, fuck you, Phil. You know what I mean? But it's like I didn't have anything to do with that, and it's like I don't know. I just don't see things to be like what for. You know what I mean? Like why not? You know, we're building. Like I know Philip's trying to do. You guys are trying to do this, and it was you know what? Like let's do it. I respect when people are trying to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same,
and like if they're willing to. Like, the fact that you guys are willing to interview me, you know what I mean? Like, where I'm at, like, I'm nowhere where I want to be yet, you know what I mean? And, like, the fact that
we
you
can
guys...
help each other.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I find it... I appreciate it that, you know, in some way you find me fascinating enough to want to interview me. So it's like...
This has been dope, bro.
Thanks, yeah, no, like, big thank you for the
coming out,
interview.
man.
Yeah, of course. I do want to ask one thing before
we close it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's with the name? Like, what's the whole concept behind it?
So, Don't Kill Me is something that I thought of a long time ago.
Oh, wait, and also, when you come into the story,
Uh-huh.
like, how did this happen here after that?
Oh, we should tell that story
tell that
first.
story.
So,
So,
yeah,
you wanna go first, or
no,
do you-
you could tell because you know that story, and I'll talk about the Don't Kill Me.
So pretty much, we were both at BJ's. The
BJ's Brewery.
the bar part, let's make it sound less fuckery.
Yes.
So we're at the
we
bar.
had no tables, bro. We didn't order no food, bro.
Yeah.
So
It was a
We're-
Friday night.
we were drinking, and I'll let Phil tell this part because I'm pretty sure he saw me after what I did.
So, Walter was at a table about 2 tables over. We were at the bar tables. We weren't at the bar. And if you know this BJ's in Montebello, there's like table, bar table, bar table, bar table. There's 3. And they're like, they all go down. And so me and Jake were right here. And like, I was wearing like some clouded shirt. It was like the half evil times super radical times narcotic times
definitely a
ransom collab.
Yeah, I know
It's a 4-way
what you're
collab.
talking about.
You know the shirt probably.
Yeah.
And like so boom, like, you know, like it's already like could tell that like I'm into like underground hip hop and stuff.
Yeah.
So I see Walter at the other table, and like him and his friend are like chatting it up, laughing it up, and then boom, they knock over a glass, and like shit breaks, and it's just hilarious. And I was like, There was a bunch of people there,
Yeah,
but like there was
bunch.
nobody at the table in between us.
Okay.
It was like the only empty table at
Yeah.
the bar, which was such a coincidence.
Yeah.
And boom, he broke a glass, and like I cracked a joke or something. Like I was like, "Oh, great job, bro."
Yeah.
Or, like something.
Some shit, yeah.
Yeah, and like he started laughing, and I could tell like he had like a dry sense of humor, and is like we could vibe and shit.
Yeah.
And he like came over to our table, like him and his friend Kyle were moving over. Kyle was like, okay, like,
Yeah,
but Walter was
whatever.
like, oh yeah, bro, what's up? Let's
Yeah.
sit together.
A few beers in.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely some shots too.
Yeah.
And like he sat down, boom, knocked over another glass.
Yeah, dude. back to like they did. I don't even think they cleaned the other one up yet.
Oh my
And
god.
I think they had King tell me like, "Oh, it's okay, we'll clean it up." And I was like, "No, I'll clean it up. Don't worry about it." And then I broke another one, and they were like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, obviously, it's on accident now. Like,
This guy's just trying to break everything.
yeah, and then
Oh, God.
I think from there we just like we started like laughing and talking about a bunch of different shit. I think like I said something to the extent like, "Oh, this dude gets it," and then from there we just like we
And
clicked.
then
dude.
he
It was
said
weird.
something about Shoreline Mafia, and I was like, oh, no,
that's
Shoreline
right.
Mafia?
That's
How
right.
And it
long
was
ago
like
is this?
about a year ago.
About a year ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Easily.
so they weren't, you know,
Yeah,
like
they
they were
was
still
just like-
chilling with those three and Draco, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, like those are the days. They call it Stink Drummer Mafia when they were like,
that what it
was?
yeah,
Yeah.
Stink Drummer Mafia, because it's like Stink Team, Drummer
Yeah.
Gang, and Shoreline. But yeah, and that's how we hit it off, really.
Dope. And so the Don't Kill Me?
Oh yeah, Don't Kill Me. It's just like a name I've had in my mind for a long time. Like if I ever wanted to start a show or a podcast.
Dope.
And like fuck, I like looked it up like endlessly like on the internet, and I was like, God, I hope someone doesn't have this name. Of course I could come up with another name if I had to.
Yeah.
But I was like, this
You're
is the
just
one,
very
bro.
fascinated on the name.
Yeah, because like we have strong opinions, you know.
Yeah.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, that's literally what we were saying
I get
earlier
it.
too.
So that's kind of like, okay, that's dope.
That's the basis of
I
it.
fuck with
Yeah,
it.
that's partially why I always say like, don't take what I'm, you know what I mean? Like, don't this is
Don't take me the
whatever.
wrong
Partially,
way.
it's like, hey, dude, just don't come kill me, man.
If that's
Like,
the case, best project of the year so far. Because I want to hear. Because I think I have an unpopular opinion.
I have two, bro. I have two albums of the year
so far.
so far.
Yes, and let me make sure. Okay, I'm gonna do like a mainstream one and like a kind of like a low key one.
I gotta go through my music too.
Okay,
Go
you
ahead, go
gotta
ahead.
take this one down. This first one I'm gonna say, it's an album by this artist named Little Sims.
Lil
She's
Sims.
from the UK.
Lil Sims.
Spits the hardest bars on any album, bro. This year.
Lil Sims. What is? All that popped up was Lil Skies. Is she on? Is she on Apple Music?
Damn, she's on Spotify. She's got to be on Apple Music.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll look for it after.
But
And
Lil Sims.
it might be with the Z or like 2 M's or something. I'll look it up. And that was like my like low key one. That
Okay.
like oh like dude, this shit is hard. I gotta fucking shout out Anthony Fantano because he put me onto that shit. Oh
Really?
God, he put me onto many a project.
And the other?
And Baby on Baby, bro, by DaBaby.
Yeah.
Have you
I
heard
heard that
it?
one.
I haven't heard all of it. I have heard some songs. He's definitely. I honestly.
It's like trap, but like there's he has layered bars.
Yeah,
bro.
he does, and I feel like the way he's rapping, I think there's gonna be a wave for that.
Total wave.
Like-
Like NLE Choppa.
That's what I was gonna
is,
say.
Is biting their
That's
style.
what I was gonna
Yeah.
fucking say.
Just like YB and Namir, bit TK style,
That's
bro.
what I was gonna say. Literally, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That I think that's gonna be the wave for a little bit, for a little bit. Probably
Mhm.
like later on this
That
year.
yeah, they're gonna
that
start
kind of like
adapt to that flow.
aggressive, like
Bro, that shit hits, bro.
yeah, it does.
Especially when it's on the right beat,
Yeah,
and like his videos are fucking funny, bro.
they are, and I like that he makes tons of them. You know what I mean? Like he just always
Bro, his
Yeah.
team,
Putting out a
the
fucking
people that do his
video.
videos, the real goats, follow him everywhere.
really.
3 cameras, like a camera crew,
So they're just ready to fucking shoot.
everywhere.
That's dope.
He like posts videos every day, bro.
That's fucking
of just
dope.
like him like moving through, like doing shows.
Mhm.
See, I don't follow him.
I'm
so I
going
wouldn't
baby
know.
on baby.
That's dope.
My favorite song is Pony.
Pony.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, if you want to bump that shit.
Let's see.
Baby on baby. Oh yeah, and I say number 2, Death Race for Love.
Okay. Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Okay.
World.
Walter?
The merch took so long to get here, but I still like it.
I fuck with the Juice WRLD album. I fuck with the Baby album. Weirdly, my favorite album, not even from this year, but still that I still bump, and I bump like at least every other day, if not every day, is the fucking Playboy Cardi, the last fucking
Preach.
dude.
Bro, I
love
go
that
to the
album.
gym, my first song
Preach.
every time is Flatbed Freestyle.
Oh, dude, I love
Every
that.
single time, dog.
I love
Like,
that fucking song. Oh, the album
What does
is
he
so
even
hard
say,
to
bro?
play.
What does he even say? It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's so hard,
It
bro.
doesn't.
He's so cool. He even made Iggy Azalea cool.
Oh man,
I
that
saw
fucking
that.
meme of
I
her
saw that.
fucking.
You saw that was a
Yeah.
caption on
Yeah.
a Trap post?
Yeah.
Ah, if you follow the IG, follow the
on
IG.
IG. Don't kill me, but yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I love that album. I can't really like try to get into anything else really other than that right now because I've just been bumping it so hard. But I'm into the baby or Da Baby because of this
Da
dude.
Baby,
So
yeah.
that's where my mind's at.
Been
That
smashing it into his skull like.
yeah, that
Yes,
and
it is.
Pierre Bourne. I still fuck with his shit even though he's not really like doing anything other than with himself.
Yeah.
It seems kind of weird.
He
But
will soon.
it's weird because like his album that he put out was like. It was kind of like, who was it? Who did it like literally right before? Where it was all kind of like, it all flowed together. It all literally, every song went into the next song.
Well, I know
So-
Metro did it on his.
Yeah, he did the exact same
Yeah.
thing Metro did, but with his, a lot of the like
Pretty
began
sure
to
they hang
stay
out.
the same. And it was like weird because I didn't even like not fuck with it. I was just more like, man, if there was someone else all over this, it would be fucking hard.
Really?
Yeah.
But it was just like
I get
him
what you're
being
saying.
weird, like him like kind of
Like
like
the
having,
beats are amazing, huh? But like
like it was just him
He's
like
not
being very,
necessarily,
very
like-
repetitive, not like
Not
melodic, but
necessarily
trying to be
amazing.
melodic. A lot of the shit was like recycled from the song that you just heard anyway, so you're like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
the beats are so fucking hard. I wish there was someone else to it. Like I wish, like he has this weird thing that I could even tell by like looking at him or not talking to him, but like wanting to talk to him, like having him
Yeah.
here, where I would just straight up be like, bro, you have such a fucking ego. Like, why? Like, because of like, yo, Pierre, you want to come out? You know what I mean? Like, is
Yeah.
that it? Because to me, like, yeah, that was popping for a while, but now where are you at? Like, you got to be consistent. If not consistent, you got to at least like,
his string of tweets about Tekashi like made me feel like
yeah, that's the
like,
thing.
he
That's
was
where I'm
kinda-
coming from
He was
too.
kind of like, he's like
You gotta
very
like,
concerned about himself.
Yeah, no, definitely. I do get it though. He is very egotistical,
yeah, you can tell.
but I mean, it is what it is.
I just wish he could fucking like get out of whatever like I'd want to work with myself or I don't want to work with anyone rut because
He's wasting some fire, bro,
Dude,
on himself.
that
huh?
album
that he
is
could
fucking
be making
nice.
millions off
so?
of. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
wasting badass beats on himself.
Yeah.
That he could be. They can be on the radio. They can
Yeah.
be hits, you know.
Yeah.
and all he really needs to do also with some of the beats that are short is literally just take the beat, take the fucking whatever the hook was from like, and just like lay it out at the end, make it a little different, and then put two parts where verses should go, and then just have a fucking rapper on there, bro.
Yeah.
Like he tries to do something that's
At least like
so
bro, he should
abstract that
do
you're
like a remix of the whole album and like feature somebody on every
oh,
song.
that would be sick. I would fuck with that.
Yeah.
I would fuck with that. But Cardi has to be on it a lot.
Yeah.
That too, because you can't have one without the
What a
other.
great artist. But any
Yeah,
last
I'm,
words?
I'm rambling. Sorry.
No. I mean, I was gonna go. I just wanted to unpopular opinion for best album.
Oh, that's right. You saw that.
Oh yeah. Tell us.
Navs.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're
Bad
just
habits. Or habits. What is bad habits? Yeah.
We were talking about that, but because of Nav. Because I've heard the album. I like the album. I like.
Bro, I fuck with it.
I like the
yeah.
vibe, but I also don't like Nav.
Maybe
I-
maybe it's going over my head, bro. Maybe I'm missing it.
I
Because
fuck with it.
I don't
dog.
like it at all.
I know.
And the thing is, like, his
That's
first
funny.
album,
Uh-huh.
I didn't really fuck with. I only
Yeah,
fucked
I
with
know
myself.
about
The song myself.
Yeah.
I like that album.
And like,
And
This
Ten Toes
is-
Down.
this is probably like the
Ten Toes
first
Down.
album in a while where I played it through and I literally started it right over
Damn.
because I liked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the vibe it gave you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, honestly,
Were you
it
just
was
like
just the
were you
vibe.
like chilling? Were you like standing
I was
up?
driving.
Okay.
I was driving.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
listening,
give it another chance.
And it was just, I don't know, it was hitting. First song, To the Grave, like that was hard. Like, got some,
Yeah, that's
what
it.
is it? Got some secrets taken to the grave or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just.
Like the concepts behind each song.
Yeah, and
Because
that-
he runs in circles of like very powerful men.
Yeah.
With like Cash XO and The
Yeah,
Weeknd. I'm
yeah.
sure he spends a lot of time with Drake and like very powerful people.
Yeah. No,
And,
yeah.
like he knows a lot. Especially being like Punjabi and stuff. Like I'm sure
I love
like
it.
like You know?
Yeah, but
he's good at keeping
also-
secrets and shit. Like tell people.
yeah. Also in the album, he does like a lot of beat switch ups towards the end of his song. So like the song will be like 4 minutes long, but like 2 minutes is one song, and then he switches it up, and he kind of goes into this like soft melodic vibe, and I fuck with it. Like it's dope. It's a dope vibe that he went through.
I know what you mean.
You can feel it like artist to artist, like what he was envisioning, like
Yeah.
during each song.
No, yeah, no, definitely. But that and Heard It in a Past Life by Maggie Rogers. She's kind of like a folk pop sound. I don't know. It's hard to
like the
but
guitars
with like electric
guitars like
with
that.
like electric. No, because she grew up playing the banjo,
That's
but
awesome.
she like makes fucking like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
What was your favorite song from that album?
I would probably say on and off.
Okay.
Alaska's the song that put me onto her.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what came up instantly.
Yeah, and on and off.
Sorry.
And probably like Say It.
Okay. I'm gonna play on and off real quick. Just 'cause I just want to know.
So it's considered alternative, I guess.
Fuck, bro, if she's signed, we're gonna get copy strike.
No, I'll cut it
No, she's
off.
probably not like that.
No, she's super.
Like the artist has to like say like, "Oh, copy strike that shit."
Oh, I fuck with this. Okay.
You know what I mean? On this one, it's because of the beat.
This is like some shit I could like
It's
sing
like
chill
it's
to
like
or
folk
like.
with like synths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she does everything, and the reason she, Alaska though.
Right,
Alaska,
writes, records, produce.
Let me just tell you, listen to Alaska, bro. That song is so beautiful. Like
Really?
it just like, there's a video that I want you guys to watch. The reason she blew up is because she was gonna fucking blow up anyway because she's good as fuck. But she was at NYU, and Pharrell was doing a master class, and she played her Alaska for him, and he like literally like had tears in his eyes.
Damn.
Really?
That's crazy.
And it like listening to the song, it puts tears in my eyes. Like
So, bro, your latest drop, Mine.
Yeah.
With what's the girl's name?
Hannah Matus.
Hannah Matus.
Yes.
The R is not just like some weird R.
What do you mean?
Because
There's
like
no
there's an
R?
R in her Instagram name.
Oh, that's her middle name.
Okay.
Hannah Ray.
Okay.
Hannah Ray Matus.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got a wonderful voice.
She does.
And like I like the concept behind the video, and of course I know Anthony. Like I've heard some of his songs before, songs with you.
Yeah.
So I like the concept of the video. How like she was the artwork.
Yeah. That's kind of what we wanted to do. Yeah. It's.
Talk about
I want to tell the story of how the song came about.
Okay,
Because it's super dope. Anthony wrote the song.
Okay.
He wrote the first verse and the hook. He hit me up. We had just gotten done working, me and him, like probably like 2 days prior, like at the stew, just cooking. Hits me up. I go over. He's like, bro, I want to show you some shit. Because he wrote it as soon as I left that one night. And I was like, yeah, for sure. He
kind of like
sang it
you?
to me, or performed it, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, bro, this is fucking hard. Like, you gotta record this shit. He's like,
I think people think it's weird when like we call like music like that song and like this Maggie Rogers shit hard because like we're in hip hop.
Yeah.
But like I understand.
I use it to I don't know,
It's
express
just like,
a lot of things. I guess
it's just like a term of endearment.
Yeah. But
Someone
anyway,
says something's fire, you know.
yeah,
fire,
same thing.
that's just fire.
Dope. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he showed me. I told him like, bro, you got to do this shit. He's like, it's good. But he's like, I want a girl to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. Like
he wanted to be like in a higher pitch.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, nah, like, you should do it. He's
Yeah.
like, no, like, I need a girl to do this. And I was like,
He's like, I'm
All
still
right.
gonna be on the song.
no, he didn't even
know
want
at
to.
the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, I mean, if you want, I have somebody.
Yeah.
I had already worked with Hannah on 2 songs prior.
Oh, wow, okay.
So he was like, oh, who? I was like, Hannah. He was like, oh, Hannah. Ends up, they already knew each other because she went to Santa Fe as well. So they were in choir together as well.
Wow.
Oh,
And
shit.
so I call her, it's like fucking 10:45 at night. I'm like, yo, Hannah, like on a Thursday. So like obviously we had worked the next day, shit like that. I was like, yo, Hannah, like we have something, like I really want you to come through, like if you can. She's like, fuck it. Like, I'm down. She didn't say fuck it. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
But I'm
She was like, sure.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh,
okay,
sure.
yeah.
See that right there?
Yeah, you know, like, I'm just over exaggerating, but so she's like, should I bring my guitar? I was like, yeah, why not? Like, bring it. She comes the next 15-20 minutes, gets here. Anthony, I kind of break down, like, Anthony wants you to kind of do it. He's going to show you. He already wrote some shit. He shows her kind of how he wants it.
Right.
She picks up on it instantly.
Uh-huh.
Starts flowing with the guitar, bro. Like, she had her little amp, too. Like,
That's
Just
good.
the
like
vibe
came
in the
together,
room,
it just happened.
bro,
Like,
it was just
there's
so
a-
dope. So, like, yeah, it did that. She was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to write some shit. Let's meet again tomorrow. We meet the next day.
It was too short to be a whole song.
You think so?
Well, no.
Oh, wait, what do
At
you
that
mean?
moment.
Yes. Because it was just the first verse and the hook.
Okay.
That's all it was.
Okay.
And then Anthony was like, right here, you can, throw a second verse. You can do whatever you want. She's like, dope. She comes back. She shows us. And we're like, fuck. And she was like, she had a gap missing. And she was like, honestly, like, I left this gap for you. And she was like, I want all of us. Because she's very about, like, whoever's involved,
Yeah.
she wants in the project. That's
That's
why you
dope.
see all the people behind the scenes in the video too.
Yeah.
Because
dope.
she's like, these people helped. I want them to
That's
be
awesome, yeah.
in the. So she was like, you guys are here, like, because I was helping, like, kind of co-produce it. I guess, like,
Okay.
you should do this. Go
Right.
here. Like,
Mhm.
let's do this. Let's all work together. We
People
all
don't
kinda-
exactly understand what producing means. Producing can be a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not just making beats.
Exactly. It's just making a song, like, producing a
Arranging-
project and
arranging a
something.
song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she was like, I want you to be on it. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I'll do it. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, like, let's do it. And I wrote my fucking verse in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then and there. And then she was like, Anthony, I want you to be in the end too. I just don't know what. And when, so I wrote my shit. We went to Max, like probably like a couple days after.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mac
Hannah
to
brought her
Mac.
guitar. All the guitar you hear in the beat
Mhm.
is Hannah. Like
Oh, nice.
we added all that. So yeah, like we went, fucking created it, and then Hannah's sister Nikki started singing an ending to it, which is the ending that Anthony sings. And then Hannah was like, "Yo, Anthony, like, go lay this down," and so that's how that came about. And
Mm.
yeah,
And then you guys had one.
and honestly,
like,
we're
yeah,
like,
you-
yo,
like,
this
a
is
lot of
gonna be
people
nice.
like it
Yeah, I
on
feel like a
social
lot of people are
media.
gravitating
Did
to it.
did like one of you guys share a snippet and then people started like getting excited about it?
That and I would show some of my friends, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So a lot
Mhm.
of them, like, we made this song in like July. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
No, I
you
know.
what
Like there was like a whole rollout. You know, you didn't want it to just be like a song because you know how much
Yeah.
went into it.
Yeah, and I knew that it could be something good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still think it could be something good. Because you never know, like, maybe 6 months down the line, like, it gets into the right hands and it
Exactly.
fucking blows up. Like, X's Look At Me, it was out a year before it fucking blew up.
Yeah.
Anyway, RPX.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so the concept for the video, we kind of all just came together. Shout out our videographer, Alfredo. He's a genius.
Did he have the vision for the video, or did
We kind of all did.
Okay.
He had the creative direction and some of the vision.
Okay.
But he did all the editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
all
he
the
shot
directing.
it.
Yeah. So my cousin and our other videographer, Alberto, shot it. Freddie didn't even really
Oh.
shoot anything. He just shot all
Oh.
the VHS pretty much.
Nice.
Him and another guy named Peter.
Interesting.
They kinda
I
all
wanna
just
fucking
shot it.
Get one of those.
Yeah, it's like from like 1991 or some shit like that, or
Some
maybe
crazy.
even older. I don't even fucking
Because
know.
like
but-
in 97 and 99 it started to get more clear, so
Yeah.
they gotta get one from like the fucking like 88, bro.
Yeah. I think it was like from late 80s, early 90s had to be, but yeah, man. And then that was a concept we did have though, as far as like the art piece. So that's kind of why we did it in an art gallery, like.
Where was
Had
that?
a-
Was that an actual art gallery?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
actually in the city of Norwalk. Kind of have some connects to be able to use it, so kind of worked out in our favor.
That's awesome. Because there were so many people involved. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like and I talk about this. The transition from me and Freddie's first and second video. This is only our third video shooting ever.
Wow.
Like, we had a fucking makeup artist.
Oh,
we had
shit.
a fucking whole production team. We had a fashion designer there.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
it was insane. Like, the jump. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, me and Freddie, our first video, Was it our first? No, our first video wasn't. Our second video, the second half of it, it was literally just me and him because everybody else flaked out, and we're like, fuck it, let's just go shoot.
Damn.
Some of the shots
Like
were on
your
a fucking
part?
iPhone. Yeah.
Damn.
No, for our second video.
Oh,
no,
okay.
That I shot. But so that's why I'm saying like the jump from that to fucking all of this was so super dope.
Dude, is
like,
Freddie the guy that like we filmed on like Giancarlo's Hill that one time with?
No.
Okay.
No.
And
That was
shirt?
No, that was Ed. That
Okay.
was Tone's friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that wasn't him. But I'm sad that video never came out.
How must that footage had to have been crazy?
It was, bro. It was super insane.
Dude, it was like us and like 5 of our homies, like, it was just wild. We were just wilding
We were
out
at
like
the
on a
golf-
dirt bike.
The golf. The
Oh,
driving
we
range.
shot at the driving range too.
We shot at the driving range. We shot at Sure High School. We shot at fucking.
We shot like on this
the
hill with like LA in the background.
the fucking motorbike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then mine. I mean, I hope it does well. It's doing well right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already
It's closing in on 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
it should get 1,000 before the weekend.
Yeah,
hopefully. So
definitely.
we still have a
We're
couple of
blowing that shit
promotions. Couple of promotions we're gonna do.
Yeah, bro, and maybe we could get this out before Friday,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
that can
just
give it a
give
little
it-
boost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
That's pretty fucking sick, bro.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Pretty sick.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks
It's
again
been a
for coming out.
pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's been a pleasure
Yeah.
having you, bro.
Yeah.
Our
Well,
inaugural
nice
interview.
meeting you.
Man.
Our inaugural interview feels like it went fantastic.
Let's go,
jvyydoc in the
baby.
building.
You already know.
Don't kill me, bro.
You already
Walter
know,
and
baby.
Phil.
You know the deal.
Peace.
We always walk away.